Veterans, let me ask you something. Are you still waking up every morning with that nagging in your lower back? You're not alone. I've been there. Not just tight muscle. It's a weak core from poor recovery, a life that you once lived in the service. In this video, I'm gonna break down why this happens and how we can fix it with Operation Six Pack. So common causes are gear or heavy gear. So while you were in service, we had those heavy ass steel toe boots. I know a lot of you remember those 50-pound packs, because we always had to hike with 50-pound packs. Just a pound of camos, because our camos was heavy. So we got a pound up top, a pound at the bottom, you know. Kevlars, which was like 10 to 20 pounds, it felt like anyways. So years of this, creates those problems as far as our low back. Those long marches that we used to go on, those humps, for those that are Marines like me, taking those humps with all the gear. So for the 50-pound pack, your M16, the steel toe boots, the heavy camos, the list goes on of all the gear that we had to carry on these humps to simulate a time of war, or simulate that we're moving in a time of war to other positions in unknown territory or known territory. So years and years of this could create those low back problems, because we're not thinking about, oh, I gotta maintain good posture while I'm going on this hump. You're thinking about, shit, I gotta survive this hump, or my sergeant's gonna tear my ass a new one when we get back to the hangar, or if you're a grunt to the wires, or whatever, whatever you were, whether you were a grunt or you're a winger, you had to experience this. Now, let's talk about post-service as well. So when you get out of the military, whatever job you're doing, you're adding on top of the problems that we've accumulated in the service. So you're working a desk job, you're sitting there slouched over, bad posture, you're not standing up to get the blood flowing, and you're just adding on to a world of problems, to your low back problems. And then on top of that, you're not educated on what proper stretches to do. So you're doing random stretches, you're putting your back in flexion, which you should never do if you're a veteran that deals with low back pain. You're going on YouTube looking up ab workouts that are cookie cutter. They're not, specific to you and what you have going on as a veteran with low back pain. So you're actually making things worse. You're doing crunches. Crunches is first of all, the worst exercise you could do as a veteran with low back pain. I mean, the worst. I advise, if you're doing crunches, stop doing that immediately, okay? You're killing yourself slowly. So let's talk about the fix and solutions to this. My core philosophy as a coach is to first start out with core stability. Core stability is anything you do or modalities you put in place to get your core, what's the word I'm looking for? Stronger. So think about it like this. Your body is like a house, right? When you're building a house, you want to have a strong foundation. Well, you have to start with the ground level first. And that's what stability is. Stability is making sure that you have a strong foundation or ground level for your body. So you have to start with stability, and you cannot skip it. Otherwise, you're going to fuck your body up. So you're going to F your body up. So you got to start with the stability. Core stability could be, for example, grabbing a medicine ball, laying on it, doing crutches. It could be, body weight exercises, so forth. And that's what we introduce in Operation Six Pack. Then you want to get into core strength after you stabilize your core. So core strength, we're adding weights. Now we're adding machines, and things of this nature to get the core strong. So after you stabilize it, you want to strengthen that core, so that way you're strong. So you're adding the bricks to the house now. You're adding layers to the house now. You see what I'm saying? So that comes immediately after stabilizing your core. Pain-free movements. So pain-free movements can be adding like foam rollers, adding a massage gun, going to get a massage, acupuncture, chiropractors, things of this nature to kind of help with your building, or AKA your body. As you're building your body, you want to make sure that you're keeping it mobile as well. You don't want to get stiff. You don't want to ever get a stiff body, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to help out a lot. And I think it should be added into your repertoire as well. So there's 3 core movements that I recommend for you as a coach, that you can do as a veteran, that keeps you from adding to your low back pain, but still you can do it and it's not going to be painful for you. It's going to help stabilize and strengthen that low back pain. So the first one is, and I'm going to do a little demonstration here in just a little bit. The first one is bird dog. The second is a dead bug, and then fireman's carries. These I live by. I mean, these are going to be a world of help for you if you're a veteran dealing with low back pain and you have a weak core. So without further ado, let me get a demonstration real quick for you guys, so that way you can know exactly how to do this at the crib or wherever you're at, whether you're at the gym, you're at your home gym. So let me show you real quick. I'm going to demonstrate the 3 core exercises that I told you about. First one is the bird dog. So the bird dog, as you can see, you know, I'm not kidding with you guys. I deal with low back pain, so bear with me. So the bird dog, you want to start on your knees, get on to all 4s like this, all right? As you start, what you want to do is bring your opposite arm with opposite leg at the same time, keeping your back straight and keeping your core tight. And return to the starting position. Again, opposite arm, opposite leg, same time, nice and slow. You don't want to aggravate anything. You want to keep that back straight as possible and keep that core tight. The next exercise is called, so that was the bird dog. I'm going to show you guys the dead bug, all right? The dead bug, so you want to lay flat on your back. Hopefully you guys can still see me. So almost like a reverse bird dog. So opposite arm, opposite leg, but you want to start with your knees up. So knees up, hands on your knees. You want to go opposite arm, opposite leg at the same time. So it's going to look a lot like this. Boom. Okay. Boom. Nice and slow, keeping that core nice and straight, engaged. Boom. And you can do these in your bed. You can do these at the gym, wherever you want, on your floor like me. Boom. Okay. And the last exercise. So a farmer's carry. Farmer's carry. You can do these with just your bar. You can do these body weight wise. I recommend, if you're starting out from the beginning, to do them with nothing. So just simulate that you have something in your hand and walk straight, keeping your core tight, looking ahead, keep your chin tucked, okay? Just walk. Keeping that back straight, chest up. Maintaining good posture. You can walk backwards with it. Low back pain, I mean, I still deal with it. I've been, working with the VA to correct this. I still deal with low back pains as a veteran myself. But it's not as bad as it was, because I do things to help with low back pain, i.e. strengthening, stabilizing. Everything that I'm telling you guys, I actually do and implement for myself as well. So what I done, I started doing my research. I became a personal trainer. I went through personal trainer school, where I learned more about the body. And actually in the military service, my sergeant, being an asshole, put me in charge of the BCP program. So that's where I first got my hands-on experience being a personal trainer. And then transformed to the civilian sector. I just, like I said, I got educated, went through NASM, and then also just apply things that I've learned to myself. So starting with stability, moving to the strengthening, and then helping myself. I mean, let's face it, you're not gonna completely get rid of your low back pain, but you can ease it to where it's not kicking your ass, daily. So the bad news is you're never gonna completely get rid of low back pain. But the good news is you can actually lessen your low back pain. That way it's manageable and you're not miserable every day. So that's the good news. I'm here to just tell you the truth. I ain't here to tell you a lie, okay? So how I deal with low back pain is, of course, I stabilize. So I started with stability. So I started with, stability exercises as far as with core. Then I moved into the strengthening portion where I strengthen, like I was telling you. So stability is gonna come from, things like body weight exercises, adding modalities like stability balls, medicine balls, things of that nature, resistance bands, and then moving into strength, which is going to deal with your machines, your weights, adding those things to help strengthen your core as well. So that's where I started, and then I noticed that as I strengthened my core, it actually helped with the low back pain. 80% of Americans deal with low back pain because they have a weak core. So as you strengthen your core, it's gonna help diminish some of that low back pain. I'm just here to tell you the truth. Every vet I work with inside of Operation Six Pack, they go through the same fundamentals that I'm telling you guys about. And in a few weeks, they're noticing that they're diminishing those low back pains. They're getting a stronger core, and they're actually easing their lives as they know. Stuff really works. I always tell them, look, this does work or your money guaranteed back. I'm not here for gimmicks or games. I practice what I preach. So this stuff actually works because I've used it on myself. I'm using it on every vet that I've come across. I've used it on military personnel as I was in the military. So I have tons of experience with this. So I have no reason to lie to you guys or deceive you. This is what really works. I'm here to tell you. I mean, this is public information. You could look it up if you don't believe me, but it works. This is exactly what I coach inside of Mission Ready Academy. I've came up with this. I've designed a specific workout group or workout brand of library for veterans that deal with low back pains and weak cores. So I just had you guys in mind, and I was like, well, I want to help as many veterans as I can. So I took time, designed this from scratch, from ground up, and this stuff does really work. For a veteran who's living in pain, ready to reclaim your strength and earn a six-pack, DM me 6 to the link below. I don't have an exact link for you guys just yet, but you can hit me on my social media right here at the bottom, that link right there. Follow me, or you can DM me directly, hey Coach Ty 6, and let's have a conversation. That's it, you guys. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment below. This is my first video. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. If you have any questions, again, feel free to DM me. And hey, I look forward to seeing you guys in more videos to come. Thank you.